is that? We're here live on T Street Controversy. This is T Street Controversy Live. The 30-day weigh-in for the WBC for Golovkin, WBC, WBA, IBF, IBO 160-pound champion versus 147-pound champion, IBF champion Kell Brook is in. Now, we're going to talk about it. We're not going to be here for 20 minutes. I'm going to try to keep this under a 10-minute video. You have Kell Brook, who weighed in at 176 pounds, 30 days, right here, September the 10th. Is it the 10th? I sleep so much. I'm up so much. 176 pounds, 30 days before his September the 10th fight against Gennady Golovkin. Gennady Golovkin weighed in 11 pounds less at 165 pounds. Now, what people are saying is, you know, it's a ploy. He put on this weight, you know, he keeping all his weight on to show people that he's, you know, as big as Golovkin or bigger than him, you know, to try to sell the fight, to try to justify it. Whatever the case may be, the motherfucker's weighing 176 pounds, you know, 176 pounds. So, of course, he'll be able to lose the weight, but the point I'm making is, he can't make 147 no more. You know, that's one of the reasons why I feel the Diego Chavez fight didn't happen. And he'll likely, you know, maybe try to squeeze the 147. Maybe try to squeeze the 147. You know, if he loses to Golovkin, which a lot of people may feel he will do. But I don't think he'll squeeze to 147 for Errol Spence. You know, I think he'll squeeze to, you know, 147 for maybe an Amir Khan or a big unification fight. Because remember, a unification comes before a mandatory. So what he can do is, he can fight Golovkin, lose, squeeze his ass down to 147, and maybe fight, you know, the winner of a potential Keith Thurman or Danny Garcia, you know, or who else? I forgot who's the Pacquiao Vargas winner, you know. So he has options, but the thing is, I've been telling people for a while is, you know, this Kell Brook is a naturally big dude. He's a naturally big dude. You know, he's pretty much all muscle. And the people who, you know, follow him in the UK and have seen him in person, they've been telling me for years that, yeah, he's a fucking big 147-pounder, you know. And I do believe, despite what you may think, I do believe that he has some chance against Gennady Golovkin, because if you look at it, who is the best, like, fighter, like, boxer? You know, let's skip weight classes, you know, and the weight, but who is the best, you know, fighter, boxer that Golovkin, you know, has fought? You know, that can trade hands or, you know, be as skilled in the ring as a boxer than, you know, previous opponents. You know, the only thing about Kell Brook is he can't, you know, take those Golovkin punches. You know, that's one thing for sure, you know, because Golovkin got those awkward hooks where he's knocking you out, hitting you all on the top of your head, you know, all that type of shit, you know. Let me see. So, I'm looking at Golovkin's record, you know. Overall, you know, pound for pound, is Dominic Wade better than Kell Brook? You know, like, you know, hands. Is David Lemieux, you know, boxing ability better than Kell Brook? Is Willie Monroe boxing ability? Willie Monroe can move, but is his boxing ability better than Kell Brook? Is Mark Murray's boxing ability better than Kell Brook? Marco Antonio Rubio, that goddamn, what Errol Jarrett said, you know, he got at the Undertaker's coffin. Was Daniel Gill, you know, was Osumanu Ndama, was Curtis Stevens, was Matthew Macklin, was Nobuhiro Ishida, was Gabriel Rosado. And you see where I'm going? You know, the point I'm trying to make is, you know, he has a chance, like, boxing ability-wise, and if his chin holds up, I really, truth be told, I really never seen him box before. I mean, I really never seen him rock before. I seen him gas when he fought Carlson Jones. You know, he almost lost that fight. You know, some people say he should have lost that fight, or it should have been the draw, where he gassed late. But then in the rematch, what did they do? They made it over 147 pounds. The rematch was at like a catchweight of like 152, or some old shit like that. And what did he do? He took care of Carlson Jones pretty easy. And Carlson Jones, I chatted with him myself, and he said, "Yo, Kell Brook's a big dude. You know, he's a big dude. You know, he's a big 147-pounder." I feel naturally, Kell Brook is a 154-pounder. I feel that. I've been felt that. For example, he's had 16 fights in his career. If I'm correct, he's got like 35 wins. He's had 16 fights over the 147-pound limit. So, you know, take that how you want. This is a guy who's been getting to 147, you know, and knocking out these lower level guys because he's strong. He's strong. Now, maybe this weight advantage, because there's a good chance he's going to come in heavier than Gennady Golovkin. There's a good chance he is. You know, Golovkin comes into the ring at like 171, you know, or, you know, 172. In this case, with the 30-day weigh-in and him getting down, I'm thinking he might even come into the ring lighter than that. You know, is he trying to get a fight at 154? You know, those are the type of questions we have to ask. So I'm wondering, is Kell Brook planning on trying to muscle Golovkin, trying to fight him on the inside? Because even though people say Kell Brook been fighting bums, what we've learned about Kell Brook, especially if you was watching him when he was fighting, you know, his UK fights, you know, the ones that weren't televised in the States, and I'm talking about before, I'm talking about doing the Carlson Joneses and all that. You see he's a very good fighter on the inside. He's good on the inside. You know, you can't take that away from him. But, you know, how good is Golovkin on the inside? See, you know, I know you've seen the Sullivan Barrera video, you know, when he was helping him over on Dante's channel. And, you know, you see that he may seem to have, you know, the knowledge of knowing how to fight on the inside, but he's been dominating his opponents and having his opponents on the back foot. So I'm interested to see what kind of fight, you know, Kell Brook is going to fight. And, you know, you may not believe me, but I really do believe that Kell Brook may have a chance. You know, may have a chance. You know, may have a chance. I'm not saying he's going to win, but I don't feel that he's just going to get knocked out. You know, I just don't feel he's going to get knocked out. Also, you know, in the back of Kell Brook's mind and Eddie Hearn's mind, he had to be thinking, well, you know, what if I don't make that 147? I got to squeeze down to make that 147 for Jesse Vargas. He's 176. He's 176 pounds right now. The fight with Jesse Vargas is going to happen in the same month. It's crazy. It's crazy. Or at the beginning of October. You know, it's 30 goddamn pounds. 30 pounds. Over 147. 29. But, you know, as the story develops, I'm back covering videos full time. I'm interested to see. I forgot if the WBC has a 15-day weigh-in. I know, you know, every WBC fight, you know, if it's not a heavyweight fight, they have a 30-day wait, you know, and they can't weigh above 176 pounds. So you have to think, did Kell Brook have to do some work to get to 176? Was he above 176? And looking at him, you may, okay, standing face-to-face to Golovkin, people say, oh, he looks small. But, yo, he's got some tree trunk legs, pause. And, you know, he's solid. You know, he's got a football physique to a certain extent. To a certain extent. The football players, an American NFL football player's physique. So, I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. This fight is, you know, for you people saying you're not going to buy it and all kind of shit like that over in the UK. For people who are clowning the fight, you're going to be glued to the TV. That fight's going to be a big success, man. You're going to be glued to the television, and I can't wait. I'm salivating. I'm waiting for the Gloves Are Off episode, which is the UK Sky Sports version of HBO Face Off with Max Kellerman. I can't wait to see the crazy shit that Golovkin's going to say. And you know, Kell Brook's going to be up there like, well, you know, Eddie talked to me, and if that, can you fight at 150? I said, you know, I'm ready, baby. I just keep saying that. But and then you're going to have, if I'm correct, they're going to do what is called Behind the Ropes, which is the UK's version of HBO 24/7. You know, it's pretty good. I'm highly interested in it. So even though that's not going to be televised in the United States, I will be posting links on my social media, and I'm going to be covering and watching them live, even though they come on like 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning in my time. I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live. Please subscribe. I cover every single major fight live. We are back here full time and pumping out these videos and trapping, slinging these videos like crack rock. All the links to my social media are right down below in the description box. I'm T-Street Controversy. This is T-Street Controversy Live.